All right, we're live. Happy Sunday, everybody. Good evening. Hopefully, you're taking it easy, resting up, getting ready for the work week coming up, and kicking back, ready for one box here of 2025 Panini Donruss. Pretty new product here, our first time looking at it. Same format as last year, 24 packs, 8 cards a pack, and then 3 autographs or memorabilia cards. If I remember right, that typically turns into 2 autos in a mem. We're looking for new on-card next day autographs featuring the game's hottest young players. Ultra rare stained glass inside. Invaders from Mars. Whew. Better get this over quick, huh? Buyback auto would be cool. Anyways, I got Josh Allen helping hold this box up. Random teams on this, right? Let's get that up on the screen here. We'll get moving. Yeah, we got to do a pick your team on this too for you, Jason. I'll get to that later this week. But for now, here's our spots in the order they were purchased on the left. On the right, random.org. So we'll copy and paste. Title I already got in there. Panini Donruss Baseball. Total rounds 4 or less. We'll re-roll it. Got 6. Click it once. Make sure we've got 30. We do. There are some non-MLB team here. I think there's like I don't know, something from the past, if I remember right from the checklist. So what I'm going to do here is on round 5, whoever's number 1 will get those cards. And then round 6 will be our final team assignments. So 2, 3, 4, and then those extra cards will go to Robert. Round 6, final results. We'll copy these. Verification code's going to be right here, ZHUEAJ. Let's get these over to the sidebar. And then I'm just going to mark Robert, who I see with St. Louis, with a little asterisk there. That'll remind me when I'm sorting where to put those non-MLB cards, if we pull any. All right, cool. That's all set. Let's crack this box open. Take a look, huh? Got a couple more of these planned for this week coming up. I also want to do some of those mega boxes that are, you know, going to be all the rage with the All-Star game going on. The All-Star game mega boxes. So I'll do my best to grab a handful of those, rip through those, all while we wait for Topps Chrome, which is now 10 days away. Getting there. Alright, there's that. We're ready to go. 24 packs, looking for approximately 2 autos and a memorabilia. Alright, here we go. Started off with Jordan Lawler. Ooh, these are going to be tough for me to read with the lighting, huh? Let's see. Catfish Hunter. John Smoltz. Jack Leiter. I might have to bring this light. Let's see if I bring this light. It's all about getting that right angle going, right? Bring that right here. Let's see if that helps at all. Bert Campaneris. That's a chrome, well, an optic, I should say. Milestones is Adam Wainwright. Got a filler card there. We'll save those for Crispy. Rated rookies, Christian Campbell. And Aiden Miller. Lots of inserts, lots of die cuts. That would be cool. Alright, we'll sleeve up the chrome and the insert. Here comes pack 2. And these packs, I always forget they go the opposite way on the back with the tab. Throws me off. Muscle memory doesn't work right. Jim Rice. Jacob Wilson. Kumar Rocker. Rated rookies coming early in this pack instead. Ryan Braun. Greg Maddux is the optic. Bomb Squad. Aaron Judge, that's for sure. Rated prospect. Susanna. And Quinn Hall. I'm saying rated rookie, but it's rated prospect. Oh, there's a rated rookie. Rhett Lauder. Alex Gordon. Jim Palmer. Don Mattingly. Got Mariano Rivera for the Optic. Unleashed is Aaron Judge. Got another filler there. Rated prospect is Brandon Sproat and Marcelo Meyer. Alright, looks like we got some color here in this one. It's Frank Thomas, Connor Norby, Zebby Matthews. Our color here, rated prospect, Noble Meyer. That is an orange going to Miami and Crispy. Ooh, that one's fancy. That's some see-through. Nice. PJ Morlando. That's Miami again, right? Yeah. Ooh, back-to-back Miami parallels. Bomb Squad Seaver King there. Some nice foil. I'll get back to that in a moment. Let's even top load this. Do they number these at all? Nope. How about the orange? That is numbered out of 199 at 12. Altuve would be cool. I don't know if I've ever pulled one of his signatures. He was the Seaver King. I'm not sure when's the last time he signed for Topps. Does he sign for Topps? Starlin Caba and James Tibbs III. Mike Mussina. Bert Campaneris. Sammy Sosa. Billy Martin. Out of 250, Aiden Miller rated prospect. Ryan Braun there on a silver optic. Rated prospect, Culpepper, Kalen Culpepper, and Noble Meyer. Yeah, the Griffey's one. Can still chase that. Wainwright. Rated rookie. Andrew Walters. Tim Hudson. David Ortiz. Kobe Mayo for some foil there. And we've got something fancy. I'm not sure what you call that parallel. Juan Marisol, though. And then prospect, Bizana. And Colin Houck. It's out of 39. 33 out of 39. Now the parallels are showing up. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Going to Swatters. And then the rainbow foil. That is not numbered. Still looking for our first hit if you're tuning in a little late here. Stargell. Baker. Bobby Witt. Dwight Gooden. Sammy Sosa. That's optic. Marvel's Chase Young. Always like those. Luke Keeschel. Braden Montgomery. Greg Maddux. Judge. Bobby Miller. Spin it around and around. Rivera. Judge for the optic. Unleashed out of 199. Higgins Smith. Ethan Salas. Bryce Rayner. I think you did, Jason. I've got a whole shoebox full of just Vladdy stuff. I'd have to confirm. That sounds familiar. Oliva. Clark. Mayo. Hudson. Tommy Troy for Optic. And there's our first auto. That's a nice one. All right, going to Jared. Travis Bazzana. Cool. Wraps up with O'Farrell and Jet Williams. Let's see, those will go there. Not numbered, even though it looks like it would have been. Cool. Take our parallels off the stand here. Set that there. Is this Hudson numbered? Nope. Alright. Well, that's one auto. Likely to be at least one more in here. What do we got? Jimmy Rollins. Jeff Bagwell. Yadi Molina. Ricky Henderson. I spoiled that. That's just Ricky. My bad. You know who it is. Ricky it is. Tinky Hunts. Tinky. Ricky and Tinky. All right, Tink Hunts, rated prospect. Oh, that's good. Might have to call him that throughout his career. Carson Benj, rated prospect. Then we've got Clifford and DeBarge. Tinky and the Brain. I'll top load that foil. Looks nice. All right, Jake Arrieta. Jace Young. Kinsler. Nick York, rated rookie. That's some green foil there. Gonzalez, rated prospect. Optic. Chuck Knobloch. What is that? 32 out of 49. That has to be the first Chuck Knobloch we've pulled in 5+ years. It's going to Minnesota. Cool, Chuck. Oh, Chuck going to Chuck. All right. Then we got Noah Schultz and Dante Nori. Let's see. Cool. And the green foil is out of 199 at 160, it says. Yeah, do you remember any Chuck Knobloch, Jason? I don't. I feel like that's like an autograph that I would recall just because it would have been kind of out of the blue, you know? I wouldn't expect it. Reggie Jackson. Roger Clemens. Hurston Waldrip. Jackson Chorio. Rated prospect Noble Meyer. Rated prospect PJ Morlando. Then we got Blake Burke. And Ryan Waldschmidt. Yeah, I remember them from the Yankees growing up. So my dad would always have the Yankees on TV. They're like the only team you'd get on TV here in Buffalo back in those days when TVs were square and not rectangles. But yeah, I remember Knobloch leading off. What do we got here? Johnny Bench. Rodriguez. Paul Skeens, rated rookie, Will Wagner. Hurston Waldrip for an Optic. Unleashed, Braden Montgomery. That is Drew Gilbert and Jared Thomas. Yeah, you're probably right, Jason. I wouldn't be surprised. That would be cool. Mike Piazza. Michael Young. Jim Tomei. Brooks Lee. Man, just spin every single card. Reggie Jackson. Marvels is Brady House. Gonzalez. And PJ Morlando for rated prospects. Oh, that's cool. Detroit Cubs and Toronto. That's a blessing. That's cool. The only time you'd get something different was Sunday Night Baseball around here, you know. Buster Posey. Tony Perez. Junior Caminero. Mike Schmidt. Green foil board out of 199 is Tim Hudson. Rated prospect Leo DeVry. Carson Benj. And Leo DeVry. Yeah, I'm about 3 hours from Cleveland, 3 hours from Toronto, and 6+ away from the Yankees, but we would never get any Guardians or Blue Jays games here. At least not that I, ever saw on TV. Austin Wells, I was just a kid. I wasn't actively trying to watch every single day, Evan Carter. Jim Cat, right? Cat? Pee Wee Reese. Billy Martin, Optic. Is that Rainbow? No, that's regular Optic. Debut Dominance, Ruben Sierra. Colt Emerson. And Ethan Anderson. Now we got Lou Gehrig. Jake Bloss. Terry Francona. Colt Keith. Hurston Waldrop out of 199. Chase Burns. That's a prism. Bryce Cunningham. Rintaro Sasaki. I think we got 8-ish packs left here. And an auto. James Wood. Manny Ramirez. Eddie Matthews. Kierstad. Bobby Miller Optic. Cal Ripken Elite Series. Ryan Sloan. Caleb Lomavita. Iriarte, rated rookie. Jim Leland. Beltran. Pedro Martinez. Jackson Chorio Optic. Elite Series Christian Campbell. Braylon Payne. Chase DeLauder. Alright, let's restock these penny sleeves here. Is this the auto pack? Griffey. Randy Johnson, Pujols, Arrighetti. Optic is Clemens, Milestones, 12-time All-Star, Piazza, Tommy Troy, and Mizorowski, the All-Star darling. Trey Turner is delighted to see. Nick Castellanos, too. Yeah, Jason, I'm down for that. Acuna. Martinez. Cliff Lee. Chipper Jones. Andrew Walters. Braylon Doty. That is Hagen Smith. And Brady House. That one is out of 99 at 84. Okay, 3 packs to go. One more hit in here. Jake Peavy. Juan Marisol. Deion Sanders. Johnny Bench. Cliff Lee is a green optic. Andrew Pickney. That one's going to the Nats and Scott. Not quite as cool as Travis Bazzana, but it's a bat, I suppose. Colson Montgomery. And who do we got here? Arjun Nimala for rated prospects to wrap up the pack. 2 packs to go. Yeah, he probably doesn't. That would be an awesome signal. A sig on a sig pack. A sig. It's out of 149 at 110. Ventura, Pedroia, Jones, that's Andrew Jones, Dylan Cruz, rated rookie, throw a sleeve on that, Billy Amick, Mizorowski, rated optic there, Takoa Roby, and Owen Casey. Heard his name's been hot in the trade talk rumors. Alright, 1 pack to go. Then we'll be on our way tomorrow. I'd like to do an all-star break with a couple of those mega boxes. We'll see what we can do. Otherwise, I'm going to try and do a pick your team here, Donruss Baseball. So, something around there. Cal Ripken. Sajacy. Johnny Mize. Bucky Dent. A-Rod. Mike Messina. Optic, that's a silver. Boston Bateman and George Lombard Jr. And that's the box. Tidy up here a little bit. I know. It's still hard to shake that. I still think it looks cool. I've never smoked, but it's hard to shake that coolness factor. Although you got to think now the next generation, probably like the last generation that has lingering effects of that. Anyways, here we go. Little recap from our Donruss box. These are our optics. A couple silvers in there as well. These are mostly inserts. A couple paper parallels that were not numbered as well. These are all rated prospects or rated rookies. I give you a nice stack of that. And then into our top-loaded stuff. Here we go. Mizarowski. I want to do something for the Derby in our Discord, Jason. I'm trying to think about what it could be. You know, we each get a guy or something. Dylan Cruz for a card or two. Cliff Lee out of 199 on this one here. That one was out of 149. Doty was out of 99. Waldrip was out of 199. Chase Burns was a silver. Hudson out of 199. York out of 199. Tim Kentz was a foil. Hagen Smith out of 199. Juan Marisol was out of 39 at 33. Out of 250, Aiden Miller. Noble Meyer was out of 199 at 12. And then PJ Morlando. Clearly Donruss. I miss Clearly Authentic. Our hits for this one, Andrew Pickney. Chuck Knobloch, that's out of 49. Travis Bazzana. All right. That's it for this one. I'd love to root for Randy. That would be a blast. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, Facebook, Twitter, departurebreaks@gmail.com, Discord DMs, message us icon in our app. I'll try to get back to you ASAP. Everybody who's paid for shipping and has been waiting since I left for Florida or whatever, all that's taken care of. All packed up and ready to go. I'll be dropping that off first thing in the morning tomorrow. So just hold tight for another day or two and it'll be in your hands shortly. Otherwise, that's about it for me. You guys take care. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday night. Maybe I'll see you over on the Discord. Thanks, guys. Take care.